Welcome to the breakdown recorded May 22nd, 2020. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world right now and give you my opinion on them. And try to find some stories you may not have heard about and show you something new. Now, if you're looking to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'll love to hear from you. Now, if you're new here, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here when you subscribe and hit the thumbs up. And hopefully we can help you find some news stories you didn't know about. Now, a couple more weeks until we're in the new studio. Very excited. Until then, we're going to hang out on my back porch until it's ready post-move. All right, let's dive into it with food delivery services. Uber and Grubhub are reportedly in talks for a possible purchase with Uber Buying Grubhub. Food delivery has been a huge success recently, one of the fastest growing segments I would personally say right now, even before the current pandemic. Of course, now with restaurants racing to get on there as food delivery services skyrocket, this has become even more interesting. Now CNBC is reporting that the two sides are in talks, but as you expect with a lot of these mergers, there is a little difference on opinion on the price. Sounds like Uber doesn't want to pay maybe quite as much as Grubhub wants. Kind of what happens in these type of talks, but they are continuing. Now there is headwinds on this as a combined Grubhub and Uber Eats would become a massive giant in this industry. So some senators have asked for a detailed review of possible anti-competitive, antitrust, monopoly, all that fun stuff that they like to look into with this kind of stuff. So we'll have to see what happens here. I know my family has been using a lot of delivery services. One of the big ones in our area is a company called Waiter. It was actually here before Uber Eats, but it's not one that seems to be very nationwide. But I've been very pleased with it. I use Uber Eats now that's available here. Grubhub, because maybe they were one of the last ones to come in this area, is one I haven't really done a lot with, or at least it's one of the last ones I found. Now there are a few restaurants that are only available on Grubhub, so I've used it, but it is one I don't use a lot. It is kind of interesting. You kind of get used to it. You kind of expect delivery services everywhere. As I travel for business, I use it a lot rather than ordering from hotels. But last week when I was traveling, I stayed at a hotel and none of the Grubhub services were available. Or the Uber Eats, Grubhub, Waiter, none of that stuff was available at that time. So I thought that was kind of interesting that, you think it's everywhere, but maybe it's not where you are. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you have a food delivery service you prefer and what you think of the possible merger. Next up, maybe a man that has the luck that we all wish we had. A single man in Colorado, identified as Joe B, has won $1 million twice in 24 hours. Yep, on March 25th, Joe B in Colorado won two different $1 million jackpots there. I think we all wish we had that luck. The only time I've ever won anything like that, one of the prizes, probably elementary school when M&M had a prize where on the inside of the M&M packs was a letter. And I think you had to spell Mickey, and the grand prize was a trip to Disney World. We missed the grand prize, but I remember opening my lunchbox and the little fun-size Halloween candies and finding the M we needed. Racing home, and we got the second place prize, which at the time was pretty cool. It was a little portable stereo TV, all in one with a cassette player on top, radio, and TV. A little black and white TV built into it. It was a pretty cool prize at the time, and we loved it. I think that's the only time I've ever even remotely come close to something like this. But Joe B, congratulations on winning $1 million twice in a single day. Love to know, have you ever purchased or won anything like this maybe by purchasing M&Ms or playing the lottery? Love to know. All right, we talked about this yesterday during the live show. If you haven't seen that, check out the video from yesterday. But I would like to hear everybody's opinions on this. It's called the shopping cart theory and helps you determine if you're a good person or a bad person. Now, I've seen this. My grandma actually has talked about, I think my mom has even brought this up to me. This is the idea that you can tell a lot about a person if they return the shopping cart to the corral when they're done or not. My mom always made us do it. Actually, she always made the kids do it. So as soon as I was old enough, my job was to push the shopping cart back once we unloaded the groceries. But the idea here is if you just leave the shopping cart, if you're physically able to return it, but you just leave it, that tells something about your personality. Maybe you're not as good of a person as you think you were or are. But if you return it, if you take the time to put it back where you can, it tells a lot about you also, that you may be a better person than you thought you were. Now, I do it about 90% of the time. I will admit, if there's a big thunderstorm rolling through, I may just race, throw stuff in the car, get in the car, and leave it there. And I get some people are physically disabled and can't do that, so don't misunderstand this as, you have to even if you can't. But I've always heard that it tells something about yourself when you actually take the time to return these. So I'd love to know, do you agree with that theory that, hey, if you see somebody return a shopping cart, that tells you a little bit about them? And if they don't, it tells you a little bit about them also. Do you return the shopping carts? Do you agree with this? Let me know. All right, next story up. If you're looking for a job right now, there is a major luxury brand that's looking for testers for a new line of beds. Yep, they will ship you a bed to your home and pay you to sleep on it so you can test out this new brand. If you're looking for a job and you think you make an excellent sleep tester for mattresses, you are going to have to write up a report. Check out the link down in the show notes below. You can always get that. And also, if you want another real easy job, NASA every now and then does these tests for extended zero-G, where you basically have to lay in a bed for months on end, only getting out very briefly to use the bathroom, take a rare shower, and get right back in bed, so they can test the effects of the deterioration on your body. So if you're looking to get paid to lay in bed for 2 or 3 months, check out NASA also. Those can be hard to find though. Quick look down at some interesting things in history right now, or one interesting thing. This week, May 21st, yesterday when I record this, the American Red Cross was founded. What I thought was interesting is that the original founder of the Red Cross, Clara Barton, was born in Massachusetts 199 years ago this year. She was born in 1821. Sorry about the noise in the background. That did not at all happen during the pre-recording. We'll be in the new studio very, very soon. So American Red Cross turning is being born this week, and its founder is turning 199. American Red Cross was founded in 1881. So check that out. If you're looking for a free American flag on Memorial Day, in celebration of Memorial Day, on Saturday, May 23. My brain just suddenly got completely distracted by the animals outside. So tomorrow, from when I'm recording this, Ace Hardware will be giving away 1 million American flags nationwide at their stores. If you want to learn about that, check out the show notes down below for details. Also, if you need something to do, the Civilization game series has been one of my favorite. Civilization 5 is probably my all-time favorite, but Civilization 6 right now is available for free from the Epic Game Store for a limited time. You have until May 28th, 2020 if you want to get a copy of Civilization 6 for the PC for free from Epic Games. Own it for life. Limited time deal. Check out the show notes down below for details on that. Also, Pandora Star. If you're looking for a really good book, I've started rereading the Commonwealth series, which is from Peter F. Hamilton. An absolutely epic, in-depth, huge arc that goes through all kinds of different trilogies, but starts off with the Commonwealth series. Very long. The ebook or the audiobook I'm listening to is like 30 some hours, but I read it maybe about 10 years ago. I absolutely loved it. But it's kind of one of those books that you can definitely reread and miss stuff through the first read through. And I don't want to spoil anything, but it's definitely one of those books that can really get you drawn into the world, into the storyline, and more. So I had given a recommendation of biography last time. This time, if you're looking for something, it's a little bit of a heavy read because it's a very long book. But it's a great book that if you're looking to kill some time this summer, highly recommend Peter F. Hamilton's The Commonwealth series, starting off with Pandora Star. Link in the show notes down below. If a book isn't what you're looking for this weekend, how about a 51,300 piece puzzle? Kodak has the world's largest puzzle, they claim, jigsaw puzzle, where you can 27 wonders around the world you can put together in a 51,300 piece. Very limited stock available on Amazon for that. I'll put a link to it in the show notes down below. Well, really appreciate everybody's support. I know we've been getting a lot of new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who has been subscribing. I got big plans here. Very excited to get in the new studios so geese and ducks and everything don't kind of swarm us as we're recording. But hit that subscribe button and let me know if you ever find a story you think would be great for the show or you want to hear my opinion on. For now, join me on Twitter, at LukeBK, twitter.com/BK, link LukeBK. Link in the show notes down below. Leave me a tweet with a story there. I'd love to hear from it. Also, we're working on setting up an email account where you can email us and let us know what you would like us to talk about, or maybe give your opinions. I am definitely looking at ways for people to leave opinions that could be included in shows like this. So thank you to everybody for your support. I really appreciate it. We're going to be back next week. I hope you have a fantastic Memorial Day. To everybody who has served and those who have lost somebody this Memorial Day, my thoughts go out to you and your family. As my wife has served for many years in the Army as an officer now, I definitely know what it's like. So I really reach out to everybody. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Be safe. And let me know, are you going to be doing anything? We're not. You know, usually this is a big time for barbecues and parties. Are you? I know back in my hometown, we're just going to, some of my family get together, but just like, hey, you know, grandma's going to come over to one particular family and have a barbecue with them kind of thing. Not the big, massive get-togethers we've had in the past. But it does feel like we're kind of moving in that direction a little bit. So let me know, are you doing a big get-together this weekend? I'd love to hear from you. So I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care. Be safe. I'll see you next week.